Morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we didn't get time to do this yesterday, but yesterday Richard and Owen were working on this 2019 Touareg, which is the CR chassis. So it came down to us for the electric tailgate. We say tailgate, American word, but it's a manual up boot lid, and we've now made it into an electrical one, but also given this customer remote close feature as well. Also, this is one of those Touaregs that has come from the factory with this trailer prep. Now, trailer prep means that the car has got the automated electric tow bar, and it's got a camera fitted in the normal reversing camera position, but it doesn't work as a reversing camera. Yes, I know it's weird, but we don't know why Volkswagen have done it this way, but we've had loads and loads of customers that have come down to us and said, look, I've got a reversing camera, but it doesn't work as a reversing camera. Can you make it work as a reversing camera? The answer is yes, in short. We will supply and install the rest of the components that are missing. We then adapt the coding to use the camera still as the trailer, I can't remember what I've called it now, trailer assist package, but also as the highline reversing camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump round to the back, show you the reversing camera that is already fitted but we've adapted, and most importantly, the electric tailgate. The Touareg is one of the models that doesn't have the motorised emblem. It's just a badge, and the reason for that, it's got a large overhang here at the bottom, and the vehicle comes with a grab bar. So if I just press the button here like so, if there's enough light, Sammy can just come in and grab a picture of this. Now, the car has been out overnight, and because we live in the UK, it's always raining. This is the grab bar. We haven't replaced this, we haven't touched this. The car came from factory with this grab bar, with the reversing camera, and all set up for the trailer prep. Ultimately, what we have done now is we've supplied and installed the rest of the components to allow this factory fitted camera to talk to the main screen and the 5F drive to give you reversing camera. So when the vehicle when the customer puts a vehicle into reverse, the image will now switch over onto the main large display at the front and give you all the features of a highline reversing camera. Now, because most of these prestige models have only the highline reversing camera, a lot of them back in the day with Volkswagen used to have a low line that had fixed guidelines. This is a high line with moving guidelines. So now that we've enabled it, you'll be able to see on the screen the different picture modes that you'll get. And the standard one is just the moving guidelines. They move with the trajectory of the steering wheel. Obviously, you can't park your car into that space, but it is just a moving guidelines to show that your steering wheel is not fully 180 degrees the wrong way around, or etc, etc. For us, the highline camera has so many views, you think, well, are you actually going to use those in a parking maneuver? Because most of the time you're under sort of time constraint anyway, so therefore you just use the standard view. Now, moving on from the reversing camera to the electric tailgate. I've already opened it and stopped it halfway. There's a button inside. So what I'm going to do, when this vehicle came to us, it was literally open the boot lid and lift it up. Now, it's a big car, heavy boot lid. Even though the telescopic rams are more than powerful enough to do the job, you still had to lift it up manually. So we do get a lot of customers that say, look, I'm not particularly tall, I've got a bad shoulder, I've got arthritis, whatever reason is that having this electric tailgate, and you simply just press the button on the back. So what we've done as part of the process, we have removed these. These are your manual telescopic rams here, or these are the struts. Now, once we remove these, we then replace them with electronic ones. Now, not every model has two or dual electronic ones. Normally it's only one and the other one is manual, but there's a cable going in here We haven't had to drill any holes. These grommets are already present, and these now take the weight of the vehicle, of the boot lid, and we also replace the main brackets that hold the struts onto the vehicle itself. Also, as part of the installation, we have to fit a whole wiring loom, a module, and also a motorized soft close boot latch. So this boot latch goes into here and replaces it, and rather than just being a mechanical one, is an electrical one. So when the boot lid gets down to its closed position, then the motor will draw it in and seal it. Okay, so if Sammy can come around and show you the button on the inside here, this vehicle didn't come to us with this button. The boys have installed this button. Some vehicles have a blank, others have to be cut into the boot lid themselves, but most importantly, that's now lit up. So whilst the boot lid is open, you can now just press the button and it closes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab the key out of the center console, show you how the remote open and the remote close also works. Okay, so most vehicles will come with 2 key fobs. We don't program the key fobs, it's just a feature that the key fob will do. So with the vehicle unlocked or locked, it doesn't make any difference. I'm just going to press and hold the boot lid, and you're going to hear the boot lid open. And the reason why you can hear it is because it's giving you a warning because you've opened it remotely. If I'd opened it from the boot lid itself, it wouldn't be giving you that warning because obviously you know you're doing it. Whereas if someone was walking past and the boot lid open, you could actually knock them out. So that's the boot lid open from the key, and I can close it from here as well. If I want to activate the remote close, which is a feature that is not factory, we fitted this, it's a separate module. I'm now going to press the lock key button twice, 1, 2, and when you do that, the boot lid then shuts. Now you don't hear the beeping on that because this is an aftermarket module and it's not a factory feature. So we've just, using CAN data, we've wired in an interface to allow this feature to work. So press and hold the open to open, press and hold, press the lock button twice to close. Now if Sammy joins me around at the driver's door, there's a couple of other features that we can show you. So in the driver's door on some vehicles, not every vehicle, you will have a driver's door button. And that driver's door button is there present to open the boot lid. Now before, when the customer lifted that button, it would have just unlocked the latch for the boot lid, but of course it wouldn't have opened because it was manual. Now that we've got this in and fitted, it works in 2 different ways, whether the key is out of the vehicle or whether the ignition is on. So for instance, I've just put the ignition on and I'm going to just press the button to lift and the boot lid is now opening. Okay, so the boot lid's open. Now to close the boot lid from the driver's door with the ignition on, I'm just going to lift and then lift again for the second time and the boot lid will now shut. So that's a comfort feature just to allow the boot lid to open and close from the comfort of the driver's seat, because let's be honest, it's generally raining and then you can open and close the boot lid from the comfort of not having to get out the car, which is really handy as well. So this is a 2019 VW Touareg. It's a CR chassis, came to us without a reversing camera but with trailer prep, came to us with a manual boot lid, now leaving us with some really nice refinements. If you've got a vehicle like this and either want the reversing camera upgrade or the electric tailgate, don't forget to get in touch with us through the contact form. Website's in the bio below. Follow us on social media. Thanks for subscribing and watching. We do appreciate it, and have a good day.